Hi, we're so glad you wanted to learn more about study abroad for RIT computing majors. RIT has more than 80 study abroad programs that offer computing-specific coursework, so it's definitely worth exploring all your options. So keep watching to learn how you can study abroad as a computing major at RIT. So why study abroad as a computing major? More and more international experience is becoming a priority for computing majors as companies are developing new technology solutions for global markets. Even if you work for a U.S. company, you'll likely be working with international colleagues on projects that will have a global reach. You'll gain first-hand insight into innovative computing and technology systems being developed around the world. Finally, you'll develop cross-cultural and professional skills that will make you stand out when applying for jobs. What kinds of things have RIT computing students done abroad? They've created fictional worlds based on the cityscapes of Portugal. They've conducted research in Rwanda using GPS mapping technology. They've developed mobile design projects and user interfaces in Croatia. They've worked on AI application projects in Germany. They visited Japanese gaming studios and participated in a game jam with local students. And these are just some of the programs that RIT computing students have participated in recently. We'll start by going over the 5 different study abroad program types at RIT. The first program type is our RIT Global Campuses. You've probably heard about RIT's international campuses. We have 2 in Croatia, 1 in Dubai, 1 in Kosovo, and 1 in China. Basically, these are RIT campuses located just in another country. All of RIT's global campuses offer semester programs, and Croatia and Kosovo also have summer programs. Studying at an RIT global campus is a very easy, seamless way to study abroad. You're taking classes from RIT faculty. You can find your classes in RIT SIS. You're paying your same RIT tuition, and you can use your RIT financial aid and scholarships, and all of your classes are taught in English. Global campuses that are a good fit for computing majors include RIT Croatia, which has coursework in web and mobile computing, and RIT Dubai, with courses in computing security and information science. A second program type that's very popular at RIT are faculty-led programs. This is when an RIT faculty member designs, develops, and leads a group of students overseas as part of a course. These programs are usually shorter in length. You may only be traveling between 1 to 5 weeks. You'll travel with other RIT students and your faculty member as a cohort. Often these programs are attached to a fall or spring course in Rochester. For example, you may take a spring course in Rochester and then travel over spring break or for a few weeks in early summer to finish off your coursework. Faculty-led programs are popular with RIT students because if you can't dedicate a whole semester to study abroad, you can still fit in an international experience with a shorter travel period. These programs provide flexibility for some RIT majors that may find it challenging to be away from campus for a whole semester. You'll probably hear about upcoming faculty-led programs from your professors, from an academic advisor, or your college deans. We also have all of our upcoming programs listed on our website or in the Study Abroad Compass, which is our program database. The most well-established faculty-led program for GCCIS majors is the Game Design and Development program led by RIT faculty Stephen Jacobs. This program typically runs every other year to either Germany or Japan, and you would take a spring course at RIT and then travel to Germany or Japan for 2 weeks in May. There are also many other faculty-led programs that computing majors could potentially use as elective credit. You can find the current faculty-led programs accepting applications on our website, rit.edu/studyabroad. Another study abroad program option is to study through one of RIT's affiliate partner programs. Affiliates are partner organizations that RIT works with, and we're able to send students on their study abroad programs. Some of our affiliates include Arcadia, CIEE, IES, CIS, SUNY Oswego, as well as a few more. Our affiliate partners offer summer, semester, winter break, and academic year programs, and they also offer a wide variety of coursework, including some of the more technical courses our computing majors might be looking for. Overall, RIT's affiliate partners give you many program options in countries all over the world. And our affiliate partners do offer scholarship funding, which is very easy to apply for. Exchange programs are when RIT has a direct partnership with an overseas university, and you would enroll in that university as an international student. Exchange programs are usually very course discipline specific and more culturally immersive. You might be taking some of your classes in the local language, and you're living with local students. The last program type is international research. This is when an RIT faculty member or a colleague of theirs is doing research on a project in another country, and they may be looking for students to help with the project. You would hear about these opportunities from a faculty member in your college. RIT has over 600 programs in 60 different countries. Programs can be as short as a few weeks long, like a faculty-led program or a summer program, a semester long, or even as long as an academic year. Now that you're familiar with the different types of study abroad programs, let's talk a bit about cultural immersion and coursework abroad. Probably one of the reasons you want to study abroad is to experience another culture. Think of cultural immersion as a sliding scale. At the low end, you might be taking classes at a study center instead of a local university. You're probably living with other American students, and you're taking all of your classes in English. There's likely to be a lot of planned activities and excursions already set up for you. At the other end of the scale, in a fully immersive program, you would be enrolled in a local university. Perhaps you're staying with a host family in a homestay. You may be taking some or all of your classes in a foreign language, and you're living and traveling around more like a local. On this scale, there's a low end and high end, and many programs that fall in between. There's no right or wrong answer in terms of what level of cultural immersion you're looking for. It's really about what's best for you personally and what you're hoping to get out of a study abroad experience. What kind of coursework can you take as a computing major abroad? First of all, every major at RIT can study abroad. In fact, every RIT college has a study abroad academic pathway that identifies the optimum time for you to fit in a semester-long program based upon your major. You can find a copy of the pathway on our website under the Study Abroad in Your Major section, or you can ask your academic advisor for a copy of the pathway. Also in the Study Abroad in Your Major section of our website, you'll find a GCCIS Study Abroad info sheet that highlights some popular program options for computing majors. In addition to taking computing-specific coursework abroad, don't forget that you can take minor, immersion, liberal arts, or free electives abroad. More program choices are available to you if you have some flexibility in your coursework, so try to save some electives or general education credits to take abroad and supplement some of your computing courses. As you work with our office to apply for a study abroad program, we'll walk you through the course pre-approval process. You'll submit the courses you're interested in taking abroad to be approved by your college. This will make sure the classes you plan to take will count towards your degree program at RIT and ensure that you stay on track to graduation. Early planning is key for computing majors. We know that computing majors have very specific coursework they need to take and need to fit in time for co-ops. So having discussions regularly with your academic advisor and study abroad advisor in our office about your plans will make it easier for you to fit in an international experience. So what's the best way to find a program that's a good fit for you? First, visit the Study Abroad in Your Major section of our website and download the Study Abroad info sheet for computing majors, which will highlight some suggested program options based upon your major. Use that as a starting point to start researching programs and looking at the coursework that's available. During this research phase, it's a good idea to know what courses you still have left to take at RIT. Ask your academic advisor for a list of degree requirements you still have left to fulfill. You can also do a wider program search in the Study Abroad Compass, which is our program and application database. You can find a link to the compass on the Study Abroad website. You'll log in with your RIT username and password, and then you can do a program search. Using filters like destination or field of study will help you narrow down the search results. Within your search results, you can open each program description and learn more. An excellent semester-long study abroad program for students interested in taking courses in web and mobile computing is at RIT Croatia in Zagreb. During fall or spring semester, you can find courses like computer problem solving, intro to database and data modeling, foundations of mobile design, client program, and web application development. Zagreb is located in northern Croatia and is the capital city. You can visit the city's many sites, museums, and cafes, and it's an ideal jumping-off point to explore other countries in Europe. You'll pay your same RIT tuition, all classes are taught in English, and RIT Croatia also organizes a few excursions or day trips to other parts of Croatia. You'll work with RIT Study Abroad advisor Miles Shalou if you're interested in this program. RIT Global Campus option for computing majors is a semester at RIT Dubai. Dubai is a modern multicultural city that's known for its innovation in business, engineering, and technology. Dubai's welcoming hospitality of visitors attracts people from all over the world and is a buzzing cosmopolitan city that offers you a piece of home as you step onto RIT's campus in Dubai. All RIT classes in Dubai are taught in English, and English is widely spoken in Dubai. RIT Dubai offers a selection of courses in networking and systems administration, computer science, information technology, and cybersecurity. At RIT Dubai, you're paying the same RIT tuition as you do on the Rochester campus, and you can use your regular RIT and federal financial aid and scholarships. All of your classes are taught in English. Your study abroad advisor for this program will also be Miles Shalou. If you have an interest in studying in Germany, the University of Osnabrück program through SUNY Oswego is a great option for a spring semester in Germany. SUNY Oswego is an RIT study abroad partner, and the Osnabrück Cognitive Science program is taught in English. RIT students typically take Intro to Computational Linguistics, Visual Data Mining, Intro to Artificial Intelligence, and Logic Programming, as well as a German language and culture course. The University of Osnabrück is located in northwest Germany, about 3 hours to Frankfurt and 2.5 hours to Amsterdam by train. Although your courses are taught in English, some previous German language is required, at least 1 year of study. On this program, you're paying SUNY Oswego's tuition rate instead of RIT tuition. If you're a New York State resident, this is a significant savings. And even if you're not a New York State resident, tuition is still extremely affordable. Because of the German academic calendar, this program only works for the spring semester for RIT students. For this program, you'll work with study abroad advisor Roseanne Hernandez. Another affiliate program that has some summer computing coursework is with RIT's partner DIS. DIS has programs in Copenhagen, Denmark. DIS offers 3 summer sessions for study abroad, and each session is 3 weeks long. You can choose to do 1 summer session or multiple sessions, so you can be in Denmark as short as 3 weeks to as long as 9 weeks. You take 1 class per session, and computing courses offered include development and programming of serious games, artificial neural networks and deep learning, and artificial intelligence. All of these courses can count as an RIT free or program elective. DIS also has a variety of other summer coursework in many subject areas. There are no language requirements for this program. The program is taught in English. And DIS is popular with RIT students. Another program we wanted to highlight for computing majors is the Summer Minor in Business in Croatia. This is a program that takes place over one summer in Croatia at RIT's Zagreb campus. You would spend 11 weeks in Croatia, take 15 credits in business coursework, and complete an entire minor in business administration in one summer. This program is ideal for computing majors who want to fit in a business minor. Since many computing students are interested in pursuing a business minor but find it hard to fit in during your regular plan of work at RIT, completing it in one summer in an international location makes it a great option for the summer after your first or second year at RIT. One of the biggest benefits to a Croatia summer program is that you would pay the local Croatian tuition rate, which is significantly lower than taking summer courses at the RIT Rochester campus. You also get a week-long break during the program, which you can spend traveling independently to other countries in Europe. All of your courses will be taught in English, and you would work with our study abroad advisor, Sir Miles Shalhoub, if you're interested in this program. Finally, I wanted to touch briefly on some other affiliate programs where you're likely to find computing coursework. These programs have computing coursework available for fall, spring, or potentially summer programs. University of Technology Sydney and Queen Mary University in London are both through our partner Arcadia and have been good options for RIT computing students for a semester abroad. University of Technology Sydney has coursework in interaction design, data analytics, system development, networking, and cybersecurity. At Queen Mary University, you can find computing coursework in programming, cloud computing, networking, data mining, and database systems, human-computer interaction, game design, and computing security. Another good option is semester in Edinburgh through CIS, which is based at Edward Napier University in Edinburgh. Your coursework will be taught in English, and this program offers computing coursework in computing security and forensics and computer systems. A potential summer option for computing students would be University College London through our partner IES. You could take 1 or 2 classes over the summer in things like web-based applications, data science, Python 2, or statistics. Finally, if you have an interest in spending some time in Japan over the summer, a program to explore might be the Summer in Tokyo program through CIS at JF Oberlin University. While you don't take specific computing coursework on this program, you could take a general elective or free elective course in anime and Japanese pop culture. Beyond these affiliate programs, there are many other affiliate options that have programs with computing coursework. You can search for additional programs via the Compass. In general, computing coursework for study abroad students tends to be in English-speaking countries like England, Ireland, Scotland, Australia, and New Zealand. These are all common locations that would have some of that more technical coursework. If you're interested in an affiliate program, you'll be working with our study abroad advisor, Roseanne DeFlorio.
Probably one of the biggest things that students ask about is what does study abroad cost? With 600 programs, it's a little hard here in this brief overview to get into what each individual program costs. But what we can tell you here is that every program will charge a tuition fee, so a fee for the courses you're going to take abroad, a program fee. This would include your housing while abroad and may include things like airport transportation or excursions that are built into the program. For example, a city tour when you arrive, visits to cultural sites, or a weekend trip somewhere. Then you're going to have some out-of-pocket expenses, things like your flight, personal spending money, meals, and in-country transportation like a bus or public transport pass. Once you have a program in mind, we'll give you an official budget worksheet that outlines all of the expected program costs. While that budget worksheet gives you an idea of what costs to expect, the next step is to bring a copy of the budget worksheet for your program to a meeting with your RIT financial aid advisor. At that meeting, you'll find out how your aid package could cover some of your study abroad costs. Typically, over 81% of RIT students who studied abroad last year used financial aid and/or scholarships towards their program costs.
An important thing to remember is that everyone's financial aid package is different. To really know how your aid will apply, you'll need to meet with your financial aid advisor. In general, to maximize the most aid you'll be able to use towards study abroad, you're going to want to be a full-time student while you're abroad, which means taking 12 or more credits on your study abroad program. This would allow you to use your RIT and federal aid and scholarships for your program. Semester programs and some summer programs will put you at the 12 credit or more mark to be a full-time student while abroad. If you're going on a shorter program and you're taking at least 6 credits, you're still considered a half-time student, and you may be able to use some of your federal aid towards your program costs. Finally, don't make assumptions that study abroad will be too expensive. You can't really know until you meet with your financial aid advisor and go over your study abroad budget worksheet. Plus, there are study abroad scholarships you could apply for. Some are available through RIT. RIT Education Abroad Travel Grants are available through our office for RIT Global Campus, faculty-led, and exchange programs. These grants are between $500 and $1,000. If you're part of the RIT Honors Program, you can receive a $500 travel grant towards studying abroad. And if you happen to be a double major in GCCIS and the College of Liberal Arts, you would be eligible for the College of Liberal Arts Global Opportunity Grant of $500. Many of our affiliate providers offer scholarship funding that's very easy to apply for. Finally, you could also apply for national scholarships like the Gilman Fund for Education Abroad or Diversity Abroad scholarships. These are national scholarships, so they are a bit more competitive. However, we have a scholarship advisor in our office who can help you with your essays. For example, the Gilman Scholarship awards hundreds of scholarships per cycle, and RIT students have won each cycle. So it's worth putting the time into your scholarship applications. You can find out more about funding and scholarships on our website under the funding section. Early planning is definitely key. A lot of scholarship deadlines tend to be early. So if scholarships are a priority for you, we recommend that you explore these early in your study abroad application process. When you meet with your study abroad advisor, ask about scholarships. Don't wait until right before you're about to go abroad to think about applying for scholarships. As a computing major, you could also consider an international fellowship as a way to go abroad. There are 2 kinds of fellowships that are a good fit for computing majors. First, a STEM Summer Research Fellowship would give you an undergraduate research experience where you would work on a research project alongside PhD or faculty at an international university. DAAD RISE has research opportunities in Germany based at German universities. The Fulbright Canada Mid-Tax Global Link program would pair you with a university in Canada. These summer research fellowships are open to undergraduate students who are U.S. citizens and that have a strong GPA. You'll gain practical research experience, and the fellowships typically provide a monthly stipend to cover your living expenses while abroad. And no foreign language skills are required for these opportunities. The working language isn't English. Another option for after you graduate is the Fulbright U.S. Student Program. This is a very prestigious award that provides funding for recent graduates to go to grad school, complete an independent research project, or teach English abroad. This is a highly competitive award, and RIT has had winners each year for the past 5 or more years. Fulbright is specifically looking for more applicants in the computing fields. You would need to be a U.S. citizen and have a strong GPA. If you're interested in applying for a Fulbright, you would start working on your application in the spring of your 3rd or 4th year at RIT, depending on the length of your degree program. For these fellowship opportunities, you would work with Jenny Sullivan, the Director of Education Abroad and International Fellowships, on your applications. As we wrap up, here are a few frequently asked questions students often have. How long can you go abroad for? Well, you can go as short as a few weeks if you're going on a faculty-led or summer program, to as long as a full semester or even a full academic year. When do most computing majors go abroad? Most students tend to go their 3rd or 4th year, but check with your academic advisor to see what best fits into your degree program. Can you go abroad more than once? Yes, you absolutely can. In fact, we've had many students go abroad more than once. We see a lot of students who may start off on short-term faculty-led programs and enjoy it so much they decide to go back and study abroad for a summer or a full semester. How do you convince your parents that studying abroad is a good idea? On our website, we have a dedicated parent section where they can learn more about study abroad at RIT and the steps that you'll take to study abroad. Can you talk to other students who've been abroad before? Yes, we have student global ambassadors who've returned from study abroad and now work for our office, and they're happy to share their experiences with you. You can find a list of global ambassadors on our website, and you can reach out to them via email or social media. You're welcome to ask them questions, meet up for coffee to chat in person, or email them with any questions you have.
Here are some next steps to take as you continue to explore study abroad. First, let your academic advisor know that you want to go abroad. If you're still a freshman at RIT, it's not too early to start that conversation with your academic advisor. In fact, we recommend it. If you're a second, third, or even fourth year student, connect with your academic advisor to see what kinds of classes you have left to take, required courses, electives, perspectives, etc. This will help you understand what kinds of classes you may want to look for abroad. Next, start exploring some programs. 2 recommended ways to do this would be to visit the Study Abroad in Your Major section of our website, where you can download the Study Abroad info sheet for computing majors. Or do a wider search, visit our website and log into the Compass, where you can search all 600 plus program options. Once you have a few programs in mind, make an appointment with a Study Abroad advisor to learn more about the application process, including getting a budget worksheet and planning the courses you want to take. To make an appointment with one of our advisors, go to rit.edu/global/advisor meeting. If you're interested in an affiliate program, you'll be working with our advisor, Roseanne Hernandez. If you're interested in a global campus or exchange program, you'll be working with Miles Shalhoub. If you're interested in a faculty-led program, your main contact will be the faculty director of the program. A good rule of thumb is to start your applications and exploring programs at least 6 months before you plan on going abroad. If applying for scholarships is a priority of yours, we recommend planning at least a year in advance so you can hit those scholarship deadlines as they come up. And remember that by starting an application in our system or meeting with one of our advisors, it does not commit you to studying abroad. It just keeps you on our radar so we can share program information and application deadlines. A few weeks after the application deadline, we'll contact you and ask if you plan on committing to the program. At that time, you can either confirm your participation, or if you've made other plans and decided to not study abroad, we can withdraw your application.
We hope that learning more about study abroad has sparked your interest in exploring international experiences. Take some time to check out our website, rit.edu/studyabroad. We have a lot of great information there. Also, don't hesitate to email us with any questions at global@rit.edu. And follow us on social media to learn about upcoming programs, events, or hear student stories. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at RIT Study Abroad. We hope to see you in our office soon to help you explore all the places you can go.